mean, it's been...
Which is why we put on our hats.
You know, a week and a half ago, we were in the 50s. We were in the 90s.
Fine, unless you ask for two.
You want to come over here? You want to come over here or you're fine over there?
Right now, or trap it down? And is this high enough?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, we're up.
All right, sir, you can win now.
I guess you saw me rubbing your head.
I did. I know these burners are putting out a lot of heat. So we've left the ground. One promise you get, we are coming back to the ground. It's an absolute guarantee.
Is that how we're going to get there?
Well, I know how we're going to get there. Hopefully nice and smooth and easy.
Right.
So we do normally drift down this valley towards Chimney Rock. Chimney Rock is that national monument. It's where the first humans lived. Called the ancestral Pueblo and Indians. Where are you guys from?
Texas?
What part?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
You ever heard of the Bath Brothers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they own a bunch of property up here.
Oh,
Do they?
I believe it.
They own a bunch of property in Fort Worth.
Well, don't they own just about all the downtown area?
They pretty much do.
Valley was all cut. All this open space all around us was all part of the loggers that came in here in the late 1800s, and they clear cut all the trees out of here. So all this open space, this was all created by the loggers. If you pictured this 100 years ago, it would all be pine forests in here.
Oh, wow.
You all right?
She's texting.
That was the old narrow gauge train stop. You can see the rail bed. That's Walmart Supercenter that opened in April.
You have some money in college?
Do I have
A child in college is what she was asking.
You did?
Yeah, 2 girls. I'm afraid one of them's going to drop out. She met some boy. That always complicates. Boys always complicate.
you where you are. I can bear it. I'm okay.
Actually, it's not. I have more.
I'll grab it if it is.
That's condensation.
The balloon itself?
No, it's
Or is it coming off of your propane?
This is an expansion chamber for the propane.
your phone.
Okay.
I don't want to bump you in.
It's in there and it causes the moisture in the air.
Is that your mirror
For
fella?
April, it's been very humid here.
Notice it's all hazy. Is there fire somewhere?
There's a fire in New Mexico and Arizona. This is definitely...
Seems hazier than it was when we were here during the forest fire.
Yeah, this is...
You know, what, was it the year before last when it was so bad?
Not when I dropped it.
Yeah. But they had the pass closed.
Yeah, they...
It's a dog.
So that's our ex-drug smuggler's airstrip.
Is that it?
Got it. Pulling it back.
Here's our real runway, the left side, home industrial park. It's all expense paid vacation. Florida for one.
Good.
Down there.
There's a lot of gas down there.
A lot of what?
There's everything.
Something really close.
He must have kept his mouth shut.
I think he's in a federal witness protection program myself. These upper lakes, Hatcher Lake, Stevens Lake, were built to feed water to this lake. That lake was built to irrigate with. So this is all irrigated pasture in here prior to 1900. This was a 26,000-acre cattle ranch. This is all Continental Divide. That's the Rio Grande Pyramid. That's where the Rio Grande River starts. Bass Brothers bought the old Drug Runners Ranch, and they bought this 10,000 acres down through here is all owned by the Bass Brothers. They developed that into 35-acre pieces. So if you
I saw a ranch up here.
35.
It was like 3,000 acres. Most of it was in a BLM unit. With a beautiful, like off-the-grid hunting lodge. A couple hundred acres down here. It was called Red Queen Ranch. Yeah, in the area. The
funny part is we're not that far from where we should go.
And they had the lower, it was actually a ranch. I think they were asking, I mean, it was an unbelievable lodge.
There's a lot.
And they were asking like only like 2.9 million.
That's probably already sold. You can sell a $3 million piece of property in 5 days in this county, but you can't sell a $400,000 or $500,000 house. The very wealthy people are coming here. After they improved our airport, so it would take a heavier aircraft, all the jet people started coming in down here. Fortunately, this is going to cause stuff to turn into another program. So let me detail around, but we're certainly changing fast.
Not necessarily.
Just a little green.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But it all depends on if you look at it.
I already did that.
Did you?
it begins to price the regular people out.
Do you have your video going?
Mm-hmm.
Railroad, beyond that little pond is over most of the little airplane.
Attention, we're about to take off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, RC. Those two old buildings across the highway behind that building with the white roof, that was Fort Lewis from 1876. Fort Lewis was here because the Indians were unhappy, so they brought in the Buffalo soldiers from Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, who came in here to kill the Indians, or as the old paper said, to tame the Indians. But the mission really was to eliminate it.
There's the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have the Apaches on the big reservation, and we have to give the Indians some of this property. This was their homeland. So the white settlers came in, started clear-cutting the trees, killing the game. By 1912, our elk were eliminated. We have no known elk here in 1912. So our government's response in those days, because the Indians were uprising over this, was simply to send in the buffalo soldiers to eliminate the Indians. The Apaches, Hickory Apaches, the Southern Utes, the Navajos were here.
The funny part is that we are moving. It doesn't feel like we're moving.
With each other.
Feel like we're just still underneath. And so we're not that far from.
There was a colonel here called Colonel Piper. Colonel Piper. This is Piper Park. He tried to. He tried to.
That's the biggest lake they were telling about.
To not be unhappy with each other. So this was the actual working part of the cattle ranch. This was irrigated pasture in 1900. And this was a 26,000-acre cattle ranch in here. So where the trees didn't grow back is where the ranchers cultivated, irrigated, and grew their crops. There's grown the Timothy grass, so they pulled the stumps and they didn't allow the new trees to grow back. Where this is all regrowth. This and all that out in there is all regrowth. It's all been logged out. So if you pictured this 100 years ago when the Indians were here, 150 years ago, this was all pine forest. You can't
You get better reception up here?
blame the Indians in terms of like settling, completely changing their way of life. Even though they were nomadic here, they
in those boxes I found them.
And the Apaches on Wolf Creek, that's on their land, isn't it?
that's unfortunate.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Like Kingsbury picture.
That's not.
The Apaches own, this is Archuleta Mesa, they call it Mesa, and that's the New Mexico-Colorado border right on top of that, and the Apaches own south of that. This hill is called Oak Brush Hill. Behind that is the Southern Ute Indian Reservation, and then beyond that is the Navajos in Arizona and northwest New Mexico. The Navajos got pushed out of here. There was a war between the Utes and the Navajos. The Navajos lost, and they were pushed out.
What is the snow-covered mountain range?
This is all the San Juan. These are the Rockies. Where are you from?
From Tucson, Arizona.
Well, all this water runs down to the Arizona Canal Project, and Phoenix uses a lot of this water. That's the Rio Grande Pyramid, where the Rio Grande starts. This is the Pagosa Springs, the Eagle Springs, that's what through there. So in the summer, in the winter time, when the storms are rolling in from the southwest, they come across the desert southwest, Arizona and New Mexico, and they hit this big backstop. This stops the storms. It's just kind of sitting here like this. It's like a backstop. And they hit these mountains, they dump their snow,
What do you think?
and they rise up. Causes Wolf Creek Pass to get 465 inches. And all that snowpack, we have
Look, we're just moving in. Somebody just bought the house and is moving in. Oh, they're moving in.
So we keep it up here as much as we can. We're drinking water out of water. Drinking water. They think 65 million years ago when the dinosaurs were on here. This is you can see an example of it right there, that cliff. Just about time for the does to lay their babies down in June. You start seeing the grass here.
Most of the homes out here are just in summer?
About 40 to 50% of up here leaves in the winter, yeah. We have some Arizona people, a lot of people go back to Texas.
There's a rope so you can hold yourself there.
Oh.
You just have the money to buy some of the acres you double it.
Well, the problem is, unless you're a billionaire, you can't compete. A billionaire coming in the back run, he's got a full Texas, a guy named Kelsey something, I don't know what his last name is, he's out of Dallas, Texas. He gave $46 million cash. The largest cash real estate transaction every year. Deer running right there. Ran into those trees right there.
Somewhere around here, I saw it too.
The deer cohabitate very nicely with the people.
So do the squirrels, right?
Yeah, and the skunks. Apparently they don't mind the humans. The elk don't like it. The elk moves back in the mountains. And they'll come down here in the winter if we're having a lot of snow because they don't have any food available.
Probably
We made
not.
almost 2,000. We're down to
Eventually they will. They might have them.
about 400.
They're trying to sell right there. Another way.
On a hot day like this.
My back is sweating. Even further than the first group.
So we operate in this
What?
area between how much weight we have and the outside infrastructure.
What's the population in Pagosa?
The county has about 12,000 in Archuleta County. Pagosa is about 1,500, but that's only the town area. About 4,000 up here on this side.
Oh, wow.
In Pagosa Lakes, which is this area, they think about 40 to 50% of these people will leave in the wintertime. Our post office deals with that, you know, the mass exodus in November, and then they all come back in April or May. Kind of watch the snow to melt. As soon as it gets nice here, the snowbirds return. You know, they'll come for a week and Christmas and ski and stuff, but for the most part, they don't live here in the winter. Hey! I hear him yelling my name, but I don't see him.
Oh, right there.
Oh. She's right there.
Yeah. Right under us?
No, in
Right there, man? In the truck?
No, that wasn't who was yelling. It was coming from over here.
Oh.
Or maybe it was Grizz. I don't know.
So, are you originally from Colorado?
Originally, I'm from New Mexico, the land of entrapment. I've been here 35 years. 35 years ago, there wasn't a thing out here. This is a big, wide open valley for a bunch of young, dumb boys that you tear up with their motorcycles and horses and snowmobiles and trucks. I'm not saying I was one of those young, dumb boys, but I'll let you. Almost like I was lucky enough to, when I was young, I didn't care. It didn't matter, you know, if we could make enough money to buy gasoline.
So we're young.
It became more important.
Oh, this is where she came from. It's pretty.
Last winter I flew all winter. I've done, you name it, to keep this balloon company alive. Because, you know, the tourism trade is a pretty, how do you say, tourist trade is a pretty thin, you know.
Volatile.
That's it. Dog running. They're barking at us.
The ballooning trade.
86. Yep. I've done about everything you can imagine here. I was a bartender, I was a cop, I was a truck driver, I was a construction worker. No, I'm going to try to hit Vista right here. I'm going to put some of those other people back on for a short ride. We'll go in the water and maybe out to the trails. It wasn't until later when middle 2000s. Started
With the
getting
big old
busy in that
satellite
area.
and two small little ones.
Mm-hmm.
Have to.
It's an old satellite, too.
That's only through very careful planning, and because 80% of my business comes from May through September. The problem with that is you tend to want to live like a king in June and July and August, and then you starve.
Imagine, like all those trees probably good enough.
I thought it would be interesting to take a balloon ride in the winter when the snow's.
Last winter was a perfect winter for it because we didn't ever have so much snow that it became a chore. It's always, we flew in some nice days when there was fresh snow. There was no big days when there was huge snowpack, 3 feet of snow or whatever to deal with.
What'd you say? This is mostly reseeded as far as the plain stuff? It's been reseeded?
No, this is natural regrowth, what they call second, third growth. Out in there was all reseeded with little seedlings like this back in the early 50s, and now they're going in there and trying to thin that all out because, they put them this far apart. Now they've got this mess going on out there. So they're trying to, I don't know that they knew in the 50s what to do. So they just came in and planted all these millions of trees. Well, those trees tried to grow. That's what they were supposed to do, and now they got this. So now they're going in there and trying to cut back all that and stuff and make healthy forests.
Around here.
Not down here.
On the path.
They killed all that stuff up on the path.
That's unbelievable.
I'll tell you the best explanation. Well, the ponderosas are the pine beetles can't get to them. So the best explanation. We've been in this drought here for a while, and the best explanation I got is that during good years, pine beetles bore in and they lay their eggs, and the tree produces sap and it pushes it out. Dry years, it can't produce that sap, and it causes the
pushing them out.
Beetle, they
go ahead and bore in.
Right. That was the best explanation I got on why there's so much damage by the pine beetle. We have to have this drought going. We have had this drought going.
You just resign.
You said that there wasn't much of a market for that timber when we flew with you last year. I just figured if it was fresh dead, there'd be a market for it.
It's too expensive to get it.
It is.
Come up, Matt, and make a left. It's just.
Well, that's the problem.
And
the
it's
logistics of it all.
Nobody wants to build a spruce. It's softwood. So, maybe somebody that wants to do some firewood cutting or something.
So that's about all the market there would be for it.
Yeah, they couldn't use it for lumber.
Such a tinder box up there.
It is, and it's going to probably burn someday. Okay, you guys, we're going to drop in right by this road. What we need to be doing is facing the direction we're going, holding on in 2 places, knees slightly bent. Don't get out of the basket unless I ask you to. When we touch, there's going to be a bump and a little bit of a swing. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a turn, Matt. I might be right by Vista Drive.
It's open land, like.
And bump.
Whoa! Open land, okay.
Well, this was 10 acres. It's owned, still is owned by the school system.
Yeah, okay.
The original plan was to build
No, stop moving.
This is owned by, this is privately owned. This is owned by the veterans. The veterans, Pagosa Springs, they're going to build a Veterans Memorial Park over here. Yeah. Ralph Eaton did this, he left his designated open space. So there's some open space in here. This is owned by the POA. Chris, if I lighten up, let's just push off this rock. See if we can get this over.
Curbside service.
Well, we are in a minute. I didn't want to go this far into the road, but well, I don't know if you can you? Yeah, let's go ahead and unload these two first.
I need you to go first. Take it out.
Okay.
Yeah, be careful.
You want me to get out?
No, stay in just a minute. So did we lose those four?
Yeah.
He was up walking around. I
think maybe he didn't eat this one.
Somebody doesn't eat, don't drink anything.
Not very hydrated.
Do anything, get off and do it.
I didn't eat either.
They're from sea level. Okay, you know.
Texas?
From Arlington?
Arlington?
Arlington? Oh.
We're right around the corner from you.
Well, the 30 in East Chase.
We have a 20 in Medlock.
Medlock.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did y'all drive?
We have
Blue.
Denver was the Soundways too.
Okay.
I don't know. You drive there?
He
We
wanted
drove.
to drive.
So they said somebody said we purchased the roundway $100, but somebody purchased $50 roundway.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And I know
The altitude is right.
Oh, yeah.
that's what they said it there.
I need two in. Doesn't matter to me which two. So I've got, is there, how many is there?
There's
5 of you?
5. There's 6 total.
We have
6
6 total, so we're going to put 2 here and 2 here. So let's load 2 up. It doesn't matter to me how we load up.
Can I get out?
You want to load them up?
No, stay put just a second.
Not yet. Trying to run away.
Just jump in. We're all going together before it gets any hotter. So we'll have you guys out, and I'm going to put 2 in here.
Okay. You want me to get up?
Yep. I need one more in here.
One more?
Yes, go ahead.
As soon as he's out, I need two in over here. And it doesn't matter to me which two.
Dad, Mom.
Yeah, we're just gonna hop over the ridge and land over here.
Mom!
She's like, I'm coming.
So I'm gonna need one in right here.
Here. That's a little bit of a drop.
You guys get the rest of yours. I can jump.
That
Well, I'm gonna try. It's right there. We're gonna do a splash and dash unless we go in too deep. Then we're gonna call it a sink and drink. One in. Hey, you! You know, we're gonna hook a rope to you and drag you with us. So maybe you guys out and one more in.
When you go lean out and wave.
I did before.
No, out like that. Okay? Because I didn't get you guys. I got his other daughter and her husband. I didn't get
No, you.
Thank you.
Now you have to come on more.
So guys, he's just going to fly and drop over that ridge kind of to try to give them their full feel since they've landed short. So we're just going to go ahead and get in the van again and we're just going to drive in that direction. We're going to try to meet up with him whenever he's going to bring it back. We don't have like the, he's not flying for another half an hour.
Okay.